Hey, my name is Coulter Jasmine and I'm the furry teacher, and for today's video we're going to be looking at the, how do I put this? The furry panic, which has been being seen in the religious right. Just to clarify, kind of sort of a preface for this video, I don't have anything against Republicans. Hell, my best friend's a Republican. The first person I came out to, or not the first person, the second person which I know IRL, which I came out to as trans, was a fucking Republican and my best friend, okay? I have a problem with Republicans, I have problems with the religious right because of the whole, ignoring the separation of church and state thing. That kind of gets on my nerves. But that's not what this video is about. So, long story short, I don't have anything against Republicans, I just have a problem with the religious right, so please don't have, I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's just fucking... So first off, why exactly am I making this video? Well, you see, my best video, if we look at solely by views, has been Let's Check Out Yif and Hell. Now, if you notice, my second best video ever has been Furry Twitter Drama. This little video, which I really enjoyed making. I didn't really enjoy making Yif and Hell, and quite frankly, looking at the average view duration, y'all didn't like watching it. However, if you look at Furry Twitter Drama, all in all, it actually did significantly better, because it has literally 100 fewer views, yet over an hour extra watch time, so clearly y'all watched it for longer. Average view duration supports that, so yeah, and its click-through rate is higher, is above average, versus Let's Check Out Yif and Hell, which is below average. This is what should be average. So, you can see why exactly I'm going to make similar videos, because I enjoyed making it, and y'all seem to enjoy watching it. So, anyway, I really hope that I remember to put in the chapters thing in this video, so y'all could skip through this part if y'all didn't want to watch this, so yeah. Anyway, let's get on to what this video is supposed to be about, right? Okay, furry panic is sweeping through Trump supporters and anti-vaxxers and the religious right. Yeah, the amount of panic which sweeps through Trump supporters, anti-vaxxers, and the religious right is a bit alarming. So yeah, let's get into the article, shall we? Also, I should give you a little heads up. If you do hear clicking, it's because my regular mouse took a shit, but I can't click with it. So yeah, I've been borrowing my mom's spare mouse, and it doesn't have the soft click thing, so yeah, anyway, let's get into the video, shall we? Okay, so, furry panic is sweeping through the far right, and religious right urges MAGA adherents and anti-vaxxers to storm school board meetings in the name of Trumpensis. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't keep that up to date with what's going on with them. Not content with making a wild accusation about transgender students, which is actually what this is mainly about, now they're making ridiculous claims that kids are becoming furries and schools are making federally mandated accommodations. So basically, this is kind of an excuse to help bolster transphobia because, yeah. Some of the claims being made are mind-numbingly implausible, but that hasn't stopped Republicans from repeating them to anyone who will listen. Furries are part of a subculture that enjoys dressing up and acting like anthropomorphic animals, yada yada yada. So basically this is just a little bit about furries. I actually think I have an entire video about that. If I don't, I might make a video about it, because this is a video which should be made. Okay, and also it should be mentioned furries are much more likely to identify as trans, or LGBT in general. Moving on, last month a Michigan school superintendent was forced to send a message to parents to debunk a rumor that the high school had installed litter boxes to accommodate furry students. If a child is trying to use a litter box, that is not because they are afraid, that is because they need mental health help. Just saying. I feel like this shouldn't need to be said, but I'm saying it anyway. The rumor was started by an anti-LGBTQ parent upset over federal regulations that allow transgender students to use the correct restrooms in schools. The ridiculous rumor was widely mocked until it was picked up and amplified by local Republicans online. Last weekend, Michael Evans, a Republican candidate for the Texas legislature, tweeted that cafeteria tables are being lowered in certain Round Rock ISD middle school and high schools to allow furries to more easily eat without utensils or their hands, i.e. like a dog eats from a bowl. This is not happening. Our tables don't even have the option of lowering. Yeah. Jenny Lacoste Caputo, I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation, I am sorry. Round Rock ISD's Chief of Public Affairs and Communications told Texas Monthly Reporter, who called for confirmation of the accusation, you win the award for strangest media question of the year, which that is. But fake reports from around the country keep getting amplified on social media and conservative outlets, despite being quickly debunked. Who's behind the latest moral outrage? Religious right activists have been trying to chip away at LGBTQ rights for years, and transgender people, particularly transgender women and girls, have been their target. Okay, so I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here. So I noticed that a lot of people on the religious right tend to be the type to use, little girl, or basically insults which imply that being a girl and young makes someone weaker and more vulnerable and, well, just lesser. So if these are, as they claim, lesser people, why is it that these are the only people that they ever seem to attack, or the people they focus their attacks on? That they can't come after, transgender men, but they have to attack transgender girls? So not only are they attacking transgender people, they're attacking youth and girls. But yeah, I find that interesting that they always attack who they view as the weakest. Yeah, anyway. And they still lose, which is also kind of entertaining some days. Moving on. Where was I? Okay. From banning trans people from using public restrooms to bans on trans youth playing school sports. They've played on America's fear for their children. They've even stormed public libraries and school board meetings, terrifying children in the name of protecting them from something that doesn't exist. Yeah. I also love when they talk about that, well, kids won't understand it. The reason why kids don't understand this shit is because they aren't allowed to be taught it. Literally. There are laws going into place, which should probably be next week's video talking about examples of these laws, which make it to where teachers can't teach about being queer, which, how are kids supposed to learn about it if they aren't taught? Yeah, that's going to be a whole nother tangent, and why it's going to get its own video. Continuing. Where was I? Okay. Another topic that many parents like to address are furries. A speaker told a school board in Minnesota, why are kids being allowed to dress up like animals in our schools? They're being allowed to growl and bark at their teachers. Since when? I graduated a couple months ago, but since when is this a thing? They're allowed to wear leashes and collars and tails. They just bark, but God forbid a kid wears a Trump hat to school, they're told to take that off immediately. Since when are kids allowed to wear hats in school? From my experience, they act like wearing a hat means that you're carrying a frickin' minigun. Seriously. Continuing on. But it's not about the fantastical claims dreamed up by religious adults and conservative activists. It's a culture war. It's control, and it's not about protecting kids. Patch Over, proprietor of the Furry news site Dogpatch Press, told the Daily Beast. I might actually look that up. That might be kind of interesting. Anyway, if you actually look into who's doing this at some of the political groups getting involved, they're all far right. Yeah. Also, that is the end of the article. But yeah, that was kind of just an interesting thing, which I thought y'all might want to see. But how the far right likes to attack random subcultures to excuse their transphobia, homophobia, hate, bigotry, and, well, I'm pretty sure you get the idea. So yeah, hope this has been entertaining. Hope I didn't make this too long, and hope you enjoy. So have a good day, stay safe, stay fluffy, and I'll see you next time.